Hello and welcome on the Yin Yang Concept. For the new ones in this channel, I am Nikos, and Yin Yang is my Formosa 46 sketch. We are based in Piso Livadi, Paros, Greece, and run daily private cruises in summer. But when commercial season ends, we love to explore the endless islands around, especially the uninhabited ones. So, in this episode, we step at the uninhabited island that we name No Man's Land, eager to explore and spend a full day to follow nature's vibes. Here we are halfway until the top. Here I just discovered a shelter which is obviously man-made. It is protected from the northerlies. Yeah, okay. Nothing seems to be here, but it's obvious that it's man-made. It looks like it has a magnificent view to the south. Cool. We are in the southern tip of the island. The bay and the Yin Yang down in the end. No words to need to be this for description. I think it's self-talking. What is interesting is that here we find pezulia. Pezulia or pezules are man-made stone walls all around Cyclades, all around those dry lands and islands that are man-made, and in the older days were used mainly to to signify, to distinguish lands, properties. And I'm really curious who and when made this here, which is quite long. We'll check. Sort of settlement, apparently ruined and abandoned, but it seems that at some point somebody was here. Quite low in height. Yeah, maybe I can imagine that this was for animals. At some point they should have here wild goats and sheep, and those were sort of stables to feed them and to secure them and to control them somehow. Makes some sense. So we have two crests. This is the one and this is the other. We'll first start with this as I'm closer, and then we'll move to the other. Okay. Here we are on the southernmost tip of the island. I was always saying that the blue between this southern part of Cyclades is deeper, is more intense than in the north, and I still believe it. Most probably because the water is much deeper, but this blue is irresistible. This sun and this sky and this dry air, this is where I come from, and I feel blessed and privileged that I have the chance to be here and explore and step on those holy lands that stands there. I don't know for how many thousands or millions of years they're standing here, and I can step on them. For me, it's something really important and serious that talks a lot to my soul. Yeah, and the familiar reference, man-made, cement-made mark in every island. I understand it is on the highest crest, even though another island was not on the highest, but I understand it has to do with the army and it is a reference point. And here it is, under those dramatic rocks. So it is 2 o'clock, midday, on a wonderful day like summer, end of September, on the top of no man's land, still shaking. For ones that have are flying drones, maybe they understand what I'm talking about. The time you are trying to land it and it does not respond, or it is going elsewhere and the alarms are shouting that low battery, low battery, low battery. Here we are some, I don't know, quite few hundred meters above the water and it's steep. So if it would land elsewhere, I wouldn't have a drone. I understand the ones that are, they have lost many. Thank God I still have my first one and still does the job. So it's just alive with 2% battery and I still have it in my bag. So I'm enjoying the stillness up here, the incredible view. I'm planning to walk the rest of the island, at least the upper part, and then return to Yin Yang, cook. Where the boat is docked right now, I cannot take her out. If I take her out, maybe I will not be able to take her in again. So I'm planning to overnight here. Therefore, I have to leave the boat as it is. Unfortunately, I don't have a tender. I was planning to get my kayak. Due to lack of mine on departure, I didn't get it. So now I only have my feet to explore around. So yeah, as long as I am not that hungry and I still have daylight, I will move around and return later onto the boat. And there are no words to describe this unique feeling being up here. Dramatic scenery. Yeah, if this is not dramatic, then what is dramatic? I don't know how else can I describe this. But the wilderness and the originality of the landscape are enormous and shocking, along with the stillness and the calmness. Serenity. Yeah, this is what it is. Here we are in the top of the island, in the second crest. An old solar panel, something like a wall that is ruined, an old battery, very nice. And if the insight I have is right, here there must be water. So as we are heading north, it goes, it lowers the altitude. It's not a valley, but it's a sort of respectively flat land. And I see again ahead of me 2 small stables. They must be shelter for animals. I can imagine that, like all such islands in the past, there were wild goats here, the like. I also had an info that there should be wild rabbits, but I haven't encountered any. In reality, the only life that I have already encountered are minor lizards and baby flies that seem to like me, but I don't like them at all, and they are following me. Other than that, nothing else. Let's see what's going on here. Nope. Nothing here. Another one down there. And here, the island should get steep. And I don't know if I can make my way down or not. Most probably not. Oh. What a view. Okay, that's cool. And as we are in the end of the northerly, of the southerly half of the island that is respectively higher than the other one, it seems that down here there is a trail, quite steep, that leads down to the north of the island, which is obviously and significantly lower. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. It doesn't seem that comfortable. We have a drone instead. I'm sitting in this shelter for animals, I guess, in the northwest of the island. A part of the flies, the baby flies, that it seems they are playful like any other baby in this planet, and the baby flies are playing a lot, which is not to my satisfaction, but they don't seem to bother anyway. Other than that, it's so nice, it's still, it's quiet. It's a place that you can reconsider your values, your actions, your past, your future. But as Eckhart Tolle says, I think the most important is now. Life is now. And now I'm here. I wanted to be here for quite a long time. The weather assisted, and here I am to relax and to enjoy pure nature. I should make my way back to the boat now. All the batteries of all recording systems, GoPro, are dying soon, so yeah, I have to go back and recharge and cook as well. So this rock seems to prepare for parting from the rest, and as we can see, I wouldn't like, or nobody else would like, to be under it when eventually gravity will win, because this is how it looks. Hello Yin Yang. Where we left her, she's waiting patiently for us. But before we go down this steep way, we have to see what is this cross about, because I'm really curious about it. Okay. Aios Georgios, St. George. Here is olive oil and equipment to lit the candles. Okay, I will try to do it. So, after this wonderful day around the no man's land, we are back and it's almost 5 o'clock and I'm hungry. For that, there are some potatoes that I'm going to prepare and do them either in the oven or fry them, most probably in the oven. And I have prepared some fish, experimental. I generally like to experiment. So one of the things that I experiment with is this fish. That is, it was fresh a few days ago when I bought it. Immediately the same day I vacuumed it, and but before I vacuumed it, it was sort of prepared as a ceviche with rocky oil and lemon and herbs, and now it has been off the deep freeze for 1.5 days. It has been kept in the normal freezing, not in the deep fridge, the refrigerator, and now I'm gonna bake it and see what will happen. Time to check. Yeah, it looks good, it smells better, and I think I deserve it. Bon appetit. 7:30 in the evening, and a wonderful day has most probably come to an end, at least the daytime. Here we are in this cave that faces the east, so due to its verticality and its steepness, the shadow here comes first. So I mean, the boat is in the shadow after 5 o'clock p.m., but that's not a big deal. The day was spectacular. Another uninhabited paradise has been at least stepped, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm wondering and dreaming how those islands could get life again, even if not human life, at least to assist nature do what it has, what it can. There is a plan from government to install wind turbines, huge ones, in those remote islands to create green energy. I would rather don't want to see that now that I start to know those islands. Nature has its own pace, and what I understand, it needs its assistance, not to ruin the environment. Those islands are playing a role. They are here far before us, and it's our duty to preserve them and not put our feet and our finger everywhere. We are smart like humans, we have done miracles, we have gone to the moon, maybe we will go to Mars, but maybe we should leave some things without our interference. Mother Nature knows what to do anyway. We can only assist. We should maybe assist, no more than that. Otherwise, I'm trying to get in alignment with nature's vibes and frequencies. It's the first time that I spent here in an uninhabited island the night, and it feels so peaceful and so relaxing, and it all makes sense. In the next episode, we hoist our sails and make our way towards our base for a touch-and-go call to eventually end back in civilization and explore more of Cycladic lands. If you like our content and wish to assist us to continue alike, do not forget to leave us a like and comments here below, as the algorithm seems to love them, as well as to press subscribe button for being notified whenever we upload a new video with our adventures.